Ah, welcome to round 2 of the Raw Championships. This is Scorpio. I have Eski with me on the line.
Yes, you do.
Eski, the music is just finishing up. It's our beach music.
Tropical Star Wars.
Tropical Star Wars. That should be the theme of episode 7, 8, 9. It's where it's like the you know those comedy movies where like Owen Wilson and all those guys go out to like a tropical resort with their families and things like that. That's basically what the next trilogy of Star Wars should be. It should be Luke, Han, and Leia with a well-earned break, just them relaxing on a beach somewhere.
Jawa's bringing them drinks,
That's right.
massaging their feet.
That's right. Drinking out of Boba Fett's cap. That's what they should be doing.
Bit macabre, but okay.
Oh, you know, cocktail's got to come in something.
That's one hell of a cocktail there.
That's right. Eski, it's round 2. It's Monday night, round 2. We're ready to go. We've got a really interesting game coming up. We've got Pandemic taking on Wookie Leaks in our first game of the night. And this should be really interesting because last week both these teams lost in straight sets, but they're both probably quite evenly matched.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that. Between the two, I can't really pick a winner. I'd say I'd lean towards Pandemic, but I think it's too close to call.
It certainly is. I mean, Wookie Leaks played fantastically well in the first game last week. Their hutball match against Core 2 was really solid, and Pandemic, of course, played a fantastic match first up as well. So, like you say, it's hard to call. Let's get into it, and let's see if we can queue up and get started. What do you reckon?
Okay, well, I'm just confirming with Wookie Leaks whether or not they're ready.
Alright. Let's see where we're at. Ah, and Kat is saying, yep, Pandemic's good to go. Fantastic. Yep, Pandemic is good to queue.
Yep, and Wookie Leaks has just confirmed they're ready.
Okay,
so
let's
we're
queue up.
queuing them up, and we're in the queue.
Alright, waiting for we're in the queue as well. Fantastic. Okay. Oh, I'm really looking forward to this. Oh, I hope we have a hutball. How good would that be? I know we were waiting and waiting for one last week.
Yes, and we're also waiting and waiting for Ancient Hypergates last week.
That's right.
We got that as well.
Yeah.
I reckon if any two teams will give us a close hutball, it's these two. Although later on today we have Core 2 versus Apocalypse Now. That also going to probably be a close match as well.
Yeah.
If out of all the rounds that are planned out, I reckon tonight the two closest matches.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great night for ranked Warzones here on Master Denala. We've got some. Oh, we've got it.
And we've got a pop.
Take it. Okay, let's see what we've got. Call it. Oh!
It's Navari Coast.
Navari Coast. Okay, so we've got an Imperial taking on an Imperial in Navari Coast. Let's see how we go. This is going to be really interesting. I'm really looking forward to seeing the quality of gameplay from these teams, and yeah, it's going to be one hell of a matchup.
Now it's interesting to note we actually haven't seen a Imp v Imp since Nightmare Council versus Midian.
Back in the day, last year, December. That's quite a callback you got there.
I know. And we may not see another Imp v Imp the whole tournament.
Well, yeah, I mean, depending on how these teams go tonight, and of course how they go next week, they could match up in the first week of the finals.
It's a possibility.
Just have to wait and see. Okay, here we
They're
go.
gonna make us proud. Make the Imperials of the server proud.
That's right. Okay, I am shielded up. Let's see if I can get up here and come on. Come on. Oh, I give up. I can normally do it, but not today. Alright, here we go. So, we've got 30 seconds to go. Quickly, let's run down the names. Unfit is heals, Beazle is DPS, Terminus is tank, Orax is DPS, Goldmoon CD is heals, Xavier is tank, and Raken is DPS from Pandemic.
From WikiLeaks, we have Vendetti Tank, Juggernaut Tank, we have Cheeseburger, Marauder DPS, well, obviously. We have Goric, Shadow DPS, we have Seath, Sorcerer Healer, we have Paid, Power Tech DPS, Sparta Kick, Juggernaut DPS, and Party Trick Mercenary Heals.
And it looks like it's going to be a very standard sort of run out here out of the gate from Pandemic. We've got Xavier, their ops leader, heading off down towards east. He's going to try and cap east on his own. He is a tank, so that should be fine for him. And straight off at south, here we go. We are rocking and rolling.
Well, I find it interesting to note, Goric, their WikiLeaks assassin, didn't go to west. He's actually heading towards east right now. Instead, Cheeseburger headed off to west to cap that for WikiLeaks.
Interesting, so we're going to have a little bit of a battle between Goric and Xavier over at east, but we're going to keep focus right here on south, and as you can see, there's a lot of fire going down, there's a lot of taunts, there's a lot of shields, and it looks like it's fairly even at the moment. We haven't seen anyone go down. There's a lot of good healing going on here by Unfit, Goldmoon CD, Party Trick and Seath.
Well, it looks like Pandemic's a bit split up at the moment. They're now grouping back up and protecting their healers, but for a moment there, they were a little all over the place, and it's actually giving WikiLeaks the opportunity to cap it. But no, Pandemic has actually been capping that, just throwing in a couple of clicks on that button as the fight's been going on. That's probably why they fell apart a bit.
That's Unfit doing that. He's doing a fantastic job. Look at him go. He's almost got it for them too. And now we've got Vendette trying to cap back with Party Trick, and Paid, it looks like, over there as well, trying to do that cap. But Unfit almost got it for them there, and it looks like he's going to have to do some self-healing here because he's getting targeted a little bit there.
As we were saying before, Goric was heading off to east. Looks like that didn't quite work out for him. He's turned around, he's back at south now.
Yeah, Xavier held that just fine.
And it looks like WikiLeaks is trying to rebuild their attack on south at the moment.
Apologies, I left the chat on there. I didn't mean to do that. Let's hopefully that frees up the screen a bit for everyone. Yeah, it certainly looks like WikiLeaks are doing a lot of damage, but and they've knocked off two. Who's coming back in here? Goldmoon CD and Unfit both coming back, and that's both the heals. So WikiLeaks have identified the healers for Pandemic, have gone after them with a vengeance.
Well, I'll note this. Seath from WikiLeaks had a period there where he was just constantly healing, without being interrupted at all. It was like Pandemic were blind to him, standing right in front of them.
Well, that's going to be interesting to see his stats at the end of the game. We still don't have a cap here, but it looks like Terminus is trying to grab it with Unfit again. Terminus and Unfit trying to cap, but there is now a WikiLeaks player in Paid who's been trying to do the counter cap inside, but just couldn't quite manage it there.
There's only one tick left for Pandemic. If they can get that one little one click off, then they can they'll have self, and it'll be very hard for WikiLeaks to break it.
Yeah, but as you say, WikiLeaks doing a great job splitting them up. You can see, you can look around here, and if we're looking at my stream, and it looks like they've got them just where they want them in terms of being able to do the damage, and it looks like Sparta Kick there trying to do the reverse cap. He's definitely brought it back a bit. Look at that. He's given themselves just a bit of extra time in case they lose someone, which they just did there, I think.
Now it's over. It's back down to two ticks still in favor of Pandemic, but it looks like again we've got Paid trying to click it. He almost got another tick off of that, but before he got interrupted there by, I believe that was Raikkonen.
Yeah, Sparta Kick and Paid doing the work in at the at south there, but Goldmoon CD has gone down quite a couple of times here. He's definitely been noted by the opposite team, and Unfit trying to do what he does best, but he might have gone down as well. I can't see him anywhere. No, he's still alive. And look at that, it's almost at halfway. WikiLeaks doing a good job of just slowly grabbing ascendancy here in south.
Well, I should note, it looks like from my perspective, WikiLeaks is outnumbering Pandemic at the moment. I think it's because WikiLeaks DPS is just higher than that of Pandemic.
Yeah, it certainly feels that way. I mean, I can't see the deaths on your screen. I mean, how many times have you seen a WikiLeaks player go down so far?
Very rarely.
Yeah,
We've got Vendetti going down now, but health is gradually going back up. Is being healed through that by Seath. Seath now being focused down. Seath's about to go down. He's only on 13, 11% health. 6%. Seath finally goes down there. I believe that was Terminus focusing down Seath.
yeah. Well, I think they're going to have to definitely come out and do some of the heals damage from a pandemic point of view because Goldmoon CD has been a target for WikiLeaks. He's gone down 2 or 3 times already. So the ascendancy for WikiLeaks has been having those two healers just standing back and doing their thing. And like you said earlier, was it Party Trick or Seath just managed to continuously heal without being interrupted?
Well, at this point, it's worth saying that WikiLeaks, having just lost South, had actually given up on South and had already sent Raikkonen and Paid, and Spartakick off to East to try and cap that.
Oh, they were doing so well at clawing it back too. Let's hope this pays off for them because they've lost South, so it's now Pandemic with the ascendancy, and certainly at South at the moment, it looks like it's a 4-on-4, but. You can see they are just locked into their positions. They're bunching up. They're working in groups of 2 or 3. They're not trying to 1v1 at any spot. There's always someone there from Pandemic to rush in and do their thing. And it's looking good for them. Although, what have we got here? We've got a 1v1 with Unfit, who's trying to do a healing. He's had to self heal a little bit there because it looks like oh gosh, I can't see who that is. It looks like that is Seath, the other healer, just said, you know what, I'm going to try and take you down because you're doing the damage. And look, Seath, brought it back to halfway on his own. Great work, Seath.
Well, I think that was in part to Spartakick and Paid running off to East to try and distract them, and forced Pandemic to commit overcommit, in fact, some of their forces to defend East. As we see now, we have, I believe that's Orax, Goldmoon CD, and Unfit coming back into mid, and Terminus having recently died coming back into South. Throws down his gut.
Yeah, you see both the AoEs going down there. First the red, then the green. And they're exactly the same spot as well. And here we go. Let's have a little look around. It does seem to look like the numbers heavily favoured WikiLeaks for the longest time there. Like you say, Spartakick and Page doing a fantastic job here with dragging Pandemic in big numbers out. It was a 4 or 5v2 here at South for a long time.
Well, now it looks like it's normalized. All the taunts going down, and I don't see Pandemic losing South at this point.
No, Goric was in there trying to do a little bit of a ninja cap, but it looks like... Oh, I can't see who that is. Well, Beazle just decimated Goric there. And we're seeing... It's just, like we thought it was going to be. It's extremely even, isn't it? And although it's 68% to 100%, you would think that if WikiLeaks can take a cap here, it'll very quickly even out straight away.
Well, the key is to try and segregate some of these Pandemic players. They're just, every time they see someone run in there, it's just AoE going down anywhere near the node.
Yeah, and here's that team of Paid and Spartakick again, and Paid again trying to do that ninja cap, and no one's noticed. It looks like he's going to get away with it for a little bit. No, who is that there? Is that that is Goldmoon CD rushing in and doing the immediate reverse cap, trying to get those little points back. Give them that chance to have that little extra bit of time if they need it.
Now we have Paid trying to cap it from way back out of there, but it doesn't look like Reckonen's going to have any part of it. But it looks like WikiLeaks is slowly clawing back. Every 30 seconds, they're just getting another 10% off of that cap.
Yeah, it's very, very slow. Terminus jumping in there trying to do the reverse cap and give them that extra time. You can see here we go. It's Vendette running, and they're taking turns. They must be calling very well between them, you would imagine, because there's always someone running in. We've seen Paid and Spartakick run in there, and now we see Vendette running and trying to get that little 10%, and we can see they're clawing it back. If they can get this here, you would think that they've got a real chance of taking this game, even though it's 48% to 100, because they're holding so well.
Now, Party Trick just disconnected, which is unfortunate for WikiLeaks.
Oh no!
They're down a healer, and it looks like Seif's about to go down as well, which is going to give massive advantage to Pandemic.
Yeah.
Pay just goes down. Seif's just trying to heal up Goric right now. Seif goes down.
Goric's
about to go down. It's now Goric versus 5 players from from Pandemic, sorry, and it's just not going to work out since Goric's only on 7-0. He's dead.
Yeah, losing your healer. We saw this last week in both those games. Now, last match, if you have a healer disconnect, it's extremely hard to rake it back in. And you can see there straight away, Pandemic capitalising on that. They went straight after Seith, as you said, and it was just child's play after that.
Well, immediately, the moment that WikiLeaks got wiped just then, they've sent Goric, Paid, and Spartakick off to East, and they've got Vendetta and Seith still attacking South.
Yeah, and gosh, it's going to be tough for them to take East.
Vendetta goes down. It's just Seif versus. It looks like Terminus, Raikkonen, Bezel, Raikkonen.
Seith is down,
and Goldman CD still at South. And again, Spartakick and Vendetta going. They look like they're going to South, but no, it looks like WikiLeaks are just committing everything to East.
All right, well, shall we go over there and get a look? I mean, we can see out here already they can't even get there. I mean, we've got Spartakick down here trying to get over there, but he's just resigned himself as Bezel just pounds him into the earth, and he goes down. There he goes. And East looks comfortably held from over here. It looks like Xavier again is holding it over there. He's doing a good job. You would think at this point in time that how are WikiLeaks going to be able to get this second cap? It's still 18%. I mean, and even if they do get the second cap, are they going to be able to hold it? And it looks like they're sending their contingent to East as we speak. But if we come down here, you will see an influx of green rushing back to help out.
We actually have Goric in the node at South capping it, and doesn't look like Pandemic's actually noticed it. They've only just noticed it's being capped and gone to interrupt him. But now WikiLeaks have actually split up their forces. They've got 3 at South, and they've sent 3 off to East. So
it's a 3-on-2 here. If they can take down, who have we got? Oh, sorry, no, it's a 3-on-2. It's a 3-on-3, and it was I thought a 3-on-2 in favour of WikiLeaks, but in fact it was in favour of Pandemic.
And with only 8% left, and a 40% cap on South, I don't think
that's going to be game.
Is going to be able to win this, especially when Pay goes down, Vendetta goes down, Cheeseburger is going down, and Spartakick is about to go down as well.
Yeah, tough game. Losing your healer when you were just starting to claw things back in your favour. That's tough. But I have no doubt that WikiLeaks will pull it together. And in game 2, I'm sure we're going to see something interesting from them. I have no doubt about that whatsoever.
Next game, it's 1-up to Pandemic.
Okay, well, let's look and see at the stats of this game, but before we even see the stats, I can comfortably say that Terminus and Unfit stood out for me, and look at Unfit, 641,000 heals. He had a hell of a game.
Well, I quite liked Spartakick, constantly running off, and I also liked Paid as well.
Yeah, I agree. I think all 3 of those guys we can see here, Vendette, Paid, and Spartakick, they had a fantastic match then, constantly trying to claw back the ascendancy at South. They were just taking it in turns and doing what they needed to do. But look, I think really, I think Unfit played an amazing game. That not only did he do 641,000 heals, but he was doing the hard yards in, trying to cap when he could as well. You know, doing that as as well. So I think we need to give Unfit the MVP for that match. That was a very, very, very good team match from Unfit.
Also, if you look at Seath, we have 638,000 heals, and he was solo healing Ranked Warzone just then
Yeah, great work.
for half the game.
Yeah, hats off to Seath. That is that is tough going. There's no doubt about it. It was a real shame to look for them to lose Party Trick because you can see they lost him and he'd already done 457,000 heals. So that's tough. We can only imagine how they would have gone if he hadn't DC'd. But look, let's leave that there. Let's do a bit of a swap, and I'll go and join up with Wookie Leaks. You come over and join in with Pandemic, and we'll get a look at their side and see how we can. Get through this second game and whether or not Wookie Leaks can claw it back. But they were doing a really good job right up to that disconnect, weren't they?
Yeah, it looked like they were almost about to cap it, and the moment that Party Trick disconnected, unfortunately WikiLeaks fell apart, they got wiped, and it got recapped, and from that point on it was just difficult if not impossible for them to claw their way back into that game.
Yeah, extremely difficult for them, and all we can say is really look forward to seeing what they can do and how they can bring it back, really. But I am looking forward to it. I gotta say, I'm really looking forward to it there. Uh, all right, let's just fix up this here, and then we can get straight back into it. We need 2 minutes for these guys to bring it back together. So let's have a chat for 2 minutes and see and have a think about what game we'd like to see from these guys and who we think has the upper hand. I think if we were to have a hut ball, I think that'd be really, really interesting, particularly from Pandemic point of view, because Xavier went off and took East at the beginning there. He's their main tank by the looks of things.
It's actually DPS and
Oh, really?
sorry, tank. He is tank.
Yeah, yeah. I think a hut ball with getting him right into the thick of the action, that could be really interesting because we didn't see him much in that game, but certainly last week he had a big impact.
Yeah, I didn't get a good look at what a Pandemic was up to, so I can't really comment. But from the WikiLeaks side, I think they may have been able to stay in that game had they had an extra assassin.
A little bit of a mid-game respec, you reckon?
Well, reclass it would have to have been.
Of course, sorry. Why do you think that would have helped them then if they'd had another assassin?
Well, it would have given them the opportunity to sap cap or try to ninja East off of Pandemic. But unfortunately, running one assassin, they didn't get that. They didn't get that option, so they had to straight up assault it. That's why they were sending Spider Kick and, from memory, it was Paid off to the node.
We think the DC happened about 30% to 100%, didn't it? It was about their 30% mark.
It was about halfway through the game, roughly.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm looking forward to getting into game 2. I'm really looking forward. We can.
Well, Pandemic is ready. They're queued up.
Okay. We're not quite ready here.
It looks like Pandemic's eager to get into this game.
I bet they are. They're 1-0 up. They'd be chomping at the bit, surely. I know I would be. Okay, queue up then. Looks like we're ready to go.
Yep, we're in the queue.
Okay, let's see how we go. Let's let's bring it back in.
Now we've been asked by Tinkle to please stop making healers disconnect in the middle of the tournament. We'll try our best, but we can't really make any promises.
Yeah, I just said no promises in the chat.
I don't know. I think it makes things a little bit more interesting when one team's healer disconnects. When people sometimes want a clear favorite, and that's one way to give it to them.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Or we could just we could put one of the teams all on peptides and see if that improves their performance. A 7v6. Do you reckon that'd work?
No comment.
All right, come on. I'm hoping for that elusive hut ball. We only had one. Do you remember when everyone complained about it's always hut ball, it's always hut ball? Well, here's proof. We've only had one hut ball in 5 matches so far. So
And I think we've only had one Void Star, haven't we? Or was it 2?
I think we might have had 2 actually. I think we might have had 2, but only the one hut ball. Okay,
How have a pop?
You got it. Take it.
And we have an Ancient Hypergates.
Oh, excellent. Oh, excellent, excellent. If there was anything other than hut ball I would have been hoping for, would have been Ancient Hypergate for certain. Now, we've seen the core strategy. And we saw a game at the end of last week, which was a fantastic Ancient Hypergate between Boss and the Moist. Can we top it now? Can we see an equally amazing game?
Well, I did like the Moist and Boss strategy of the Moist not protecting their node and getting capped, and Boss dying. It was an interesting strat, something that I think both teams worked on very hard. It made for an incredible game, and we've got to take our hats off to them because that game was just a lot of fun.
Yeah, upload it as our game of the week too, and we'll do that. We'll do that every week. We'll upload our favourite match and throw that up as a singular game to try and boost more attention for these guilds and their great performances in the competition. Certainly that was just incredible, you really got to take your hat off to both teams there. Will we see an emulation? We've seen the core strategy of not bothering with the orbs, and last week the orbs might just have won it for the Moist.
For the Moist,
yeah.
It did.
Yeah. And I've been reading up on the rules. I've been trying to familiarise myself with the rules of Ancient Hypergate so that we can explain it a bit more eloquently. But I got to say, it's pretty damn complicated. I was going to use another word there. I'm sure you all know what I meant to
Have you got your calculator ready?
It's stupidly complicated. Where are we going? Oh my goodness, they've split up at the last second, and it looks like they're going to rush down to the right. And this is something we talked about last week. Look at this. We're going to have confrontation straight away out of the gate.
And WookieLeaks has gone ballistic. They've just decided to do the thing that you never do on Master Denala, which is run off to the right.
Yeah, they sent one player in Goric down to the left to cap their node, and they've just smashed out at the right here. And
unfortunately for them, it didn't really slow down Pandemic because they managed to cap their node at the same time that WookieLeaks capped their own.
That's
right.
At
the moment, we've just got a bit of a shit fight going on in the middle, heading towards the middle. All the taunts going down, and at the moment, it looks like WookieLeaks is grouped up, which R.A.W is taking one hell of an advantage of throwing down a death from above right into the middle of it all. That's going to boost his damage something fierce, and as we have, who was that?
Oh, Paid goes down. Paid goes down.
No one from Pandemic has gone down yet. We actually had a pull from Goldmoon CD. Down. He pulled, didn't catch it from WookieLeaks up, but it looked like he was trying to pull him out of the fight, maybe CC him out, or have everyone from their team nuke him, but he leapt right back down into the thick of it. And at the moment, it actually looks as though WookieLeaks has the upper hand.
Yeah, you would think so, but look at the score. It's 87 to 75. Those extra few kills, and it would have only been a couple of kills because you only get 3 points per kill. Remember that 3 points per kill at this early stage, and you can see that that's really hurting Wookie Leaks on the scoreboard. I mean, it's very close, but they've definitely lost a few players early on, more than Pandemic.
Well, the stun egg goes down, and at the moment, Unfit is just free casting. His heals, Gold Moon CD, finally goes down,
Yeah.
but Unfit's still there. Just no one is attacking him
No,
from WikiLeaks. Finally,
they're in.
I paid
They're taking
paid taunted.
Oh, he's down. Just as you were saying that, it's like they all turned around and went, "Wait a minute, Unfit's doing his thing. Smash him."
Yeah, you just the entire team of WikiLeaks just turned around and just went straight for Unfit, and he died within 2 seconds. And Unfit's back running back to mid now. Will he be able to keep? Will they be able to keep WikiLeaks out of mid here? At the moment, Pandemic has the advantage. They're 6 points up. I just got pulled by Paid for some reason.
That happens. It's okay. Not much we can do about it.
Not much we can do about that.
And it's 90 to 84, and now every kill is worth 4 points. So,
Bezel just pops his Transcendence. Xavier's force speeding over to the eastern pylon. But again, WikiLeaks sending, it looks like six of their players off to the eastern pylon, and they prevent Xavier from capping it.
Cheeseburger up there doing a fantastic job of preventing Xavier from getting that cap.
Yeah, this is, and again, believe who was that who ran off to the western pylon from the WikiLeaks team, because they've capped.
It'll be Goric again.
But it'll be interesting to see whether WikiLeaks can actually prevent Pandemic from capping this time around.
Cheeseburger doing a great job of leading from the front then, just stopping, and you can see he's just circling the node, making sure that Pandemic do not get it. He is holding fast and really just trying to rip WikiLeaks into gear and make sure that they stay in this game. It's
Unfit just used his combat stealth to get out of a smash. It actually worked. He managed to get stealth and get out of there before anything could be done to any more damage could be done to him. He heals himself up. Now he's back to free casting. He throws down an orbital strike over the pylon. But so far, there actually haven't been any cap attempts other than Xavier's initial one when he got interrupted.
Cheeseburger is down.
Less than a minute left on the clock. And I think it's interesting to note, no one from Pandemic is going down. We have Bezel trying to cap it, but there's still too many players from WikiLeaks there.
Yeah, and
Unfit's trying to cap it. It looks like Pandemic's realised the situation, and they're starting to get a bit desperate. They really need to either wipe or CC WikiLeaks out of this to get that cap. They only need 6 seconds to cap it, but there's only 30 seconds left on the board, and there's still 4 players from WikiLeaks.
They might get it here. Nope, Spartakick's going to do the damage. Make sure they don't get it. 20 seconds left to go. There's only 2 of them here versus 6 or 7, and Cheeseburger leaps in. Can he stop them? Looks like someone's capping in the corner there. It's Terminus.
15 seconds left. Pate has full resolve. Who else? Half of WikiLeaks have full resolve, and who else is there?
Capping.
They're capping.
Oh,
no, they're not going to get it. They got interrupted.
Oh, WikiLeaks! Whoa, WikiLeaks! Eski, we've got a game on our hands. And it looks like all of Pandemic. No, they're all going to get wiped. No, 3 of them made it back. 4 of them.
4 players from Pandemic made it back, and Bezel tried to have a little swipe at you, realizing you're not the one he wants to be attacking.
Yes.
And we have Xavier full speeding off to the eastern pylon yet again. Looks like
now WikiLeaks have decided not to do their thing this time, and they've raced down to the other side. They've gone back to their other side to defend the inevitable Pandemic counterpunch, and Pandemic came into mid, and they're going for the orbs. But Wookie Leaks racing in there. It was Paid and Sparta Kick yet again, and Party Trick doing his thing to keep them alive. Paid is having an absolute cracker of a game, isn't he?
Yeah, he's using his carbonizer stream. You know, doesn't actually CC anyone because Bezel had full resolve. The fighting's it's now 3-on-1 against from the WikiLeaks players up against Goldmoon City. He's trying to heal himself through it. Terminus jumps in to guard him, and WikiLeaks has left Terminus alone. Unfit's now free casting, but still it looks like WikiLeaks actually outnumbering Pandemic at the moment, and yet no one from WikiLeaks. No one from Pandemic is going to try and cap that pylon over at West.
Yeah, and WikiLeaks, you're right. They look like they've really pulled themselves together, and I gotta say, Cheeseburger has probably inspired them to do that with keeping them from being taking that node. Unfit trying to grab some
Unfit
orbs
trying
here,
to grab,
couldn't do it.
and they really need those orbs at the moment.
Yeah, that's right. It's only 5 points per kill here, and you get 1,000 attacker points for collecting those orbs. So they definitely need them.
Now it looks like Vendetta's on low health, not seeing any heals going down. He's stunned, and it looks
Safe.
RX is trying to down him, but he's finally got some heals off. I believe he did actually have to pop his Warzone med pack. Raikkonen goes down finally.
Seath. Oh, Seath is... How is he still alive? How is Seath still alive? He was on percentage. He was on, gosh, 5%? 3%
We're seeing
health?
Vendetti go down. Vendetti going down. Vendetta finally goes down. And it looks as though most of the players from Pandemic are on relatively decent health, but...
Yeah. Party Trick and Seath, man, they're healing out of their skin. And Paid, he's having again just smashing it from all corners. WikiLeaks need to do something here. That was a much closer round for them, which is great. But like you've been saying, Eski, WikiLeaks are just they're not going down as quickly as they were early on.
Well, it looks as though after that explosion there, WikiLeaks actually just grabbed the upper hand. There's hardly anyone left from Pandemic at mid at the moment. We do have Goldmoon CD trying to heal Terminus and Bezel, but again, we have Sparta Kick.
4-on-2, 4-on-1.
Trying to jump in there. Raikkonen goes down.
Sparta Kick's going down.
Sparta Kick goes down. And what I'm seeing here is no one from WikiLeaks has actually gone for their pylon yet.
No, they're getting it right now. They were all of WikiLeaks looked to be in the demarcation zone. I don't know. They were all dead basically, and here they come. They're racing into mid now, but there wasn't a single WikiLeaks player around. And look at that, they've lost all the orbs. And if you look at the score, 462 to 486, it's right there. Sparta Kick, stop killing him. Sparta Kick, stop killing him. Yes. Good thing you're not dead there, Fresk.
Yes, we're not here for them to farm kills on Ancient Hypergates to increase their score.
No, that's right. That's not what we're here for. Almost a little bit of cheating there from Spartacus. Clearly, the entire Vent or Mumble stream just yelled at him to stop. we could see a loss for WikiLeaks there in terms of breaking the rules of the game. But no, they've pulled it back. Party Trick's gone back to doing what he's done best, which is get into the thick of it. And sorry, Sparta Kick, and it's a minefield here in mid at the moment. We've got them split up into 3 or 4 little groups here, and here.
Well, it's kind of difficult to tell what's going on. It looks like as though Pandemic got their 4 orbs at the beginning. They got them back to the pylon.
And look at the score.
And look at the score. They're slowly clawing it back.
Yeah, they're going to take the lead here. Pandemic are going to be 504 to 486 going into the next round.
Unfit's throwing down the orbital strike. It actually doesn't get interrupted. It's gone down. It's going to do a hell of a lot of damage to the WikiLeaks team.
Yeah,
Now
they're
it's only
all down.
Gorick left. Gorick gets force choked out, and it's just going to be
Yep.
every player from
Yep.
Pandemic on Gorick.
Yeah, and you know what? Every player from WikiLeaks was dead but Gorick. Now they're heading out to their pylon. They're going to try and snaffle that right now. You can see them getting over there, and out this side, it's exactly the same scenario. We've got both teams just committing completely to the pylons. 752 to 486. Can they get this down? Is
Well,
there
we
someone
have
over there? There's someone over there. Who's over there?
Xavier is
Xavier.
actually over there trying to interrupt that cap.
Xavier, the hero from Pandemic, doing exactly what Cheeseburger did to them earlier on. The two tanks, the two team leaders. Sorry, Cheeseburger's DVS. But the two team leaders. It looks like Xavier's gone down. This is gonna cap eventually. But definitely, did Pandemic pick up any orbs there? They certainly
Yes,
did.
they just picked up all 4 orbs. Oh, they Bezel just got interrupted by Gorick, who got in the last second, threw down a stun nade, and now it's 4-on-1 up against Bezel. But Bezel actually gets away. He uses his force camo, party trick, capping an orb, and Seif capping an orb.
This is very very close, and it looks like Party Trick's going the wrong way with his
He's
orbs.
going. They're taking their orbs off to Pandemic's node over at West.
Right. Interesting. Interesting strategy there. Let's see how this pans out.
Well, even it looks as though WikiLeaks has recognized that they have to cap this node, otherwise they just will not win.
That's right.
If they get the cap off, they win. If they don't, it's 2-0 in favor of Pandemic.
It's a straight up fight here with 34 seconds to go. 7 points per kill. We've got a 1-all in there, and it looks like Party Trick. Is it Party Trick? Yep, Party Trick was trying to do the ninja cap, but he couldn't quite get it. Pandemic have got to defend 18 seconds. 794 to 649.
And it doesn't look like they're going to get the cap off in time.
No.
It's only 8 seconds, 5 seconds. He started capping in time, but will he get interrupted? He gets interrupted, and I believe that is game set and match to Pandemic.
I believe so as well, but my rules of this game are still quite basic, so I know they have to reach a certain amount of points. I think this is going to be it. This is it, and it is a 2-0 victory to Pandemic over WikiLeaks, and that was a very close game, Eski.
I have to give that to. I'm torn between Xavier and Unfit.
Yeah, it was tough. I mean, Gorick had a great game. You can see at the top there, and I got to say, Cheeseburger really stood out for me in terms of his leadership and trying to keep WikiLeaks in the game. I know he didn't score very heavily, but you could see that he was the one that got them that cap when they needed it most. So, who were your calls again there?
I was saying Xavier for node guarding, capping the node, and is also interrupting that node cap towards the end there.
Yeah.
And Unfit for just insane heals.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, he's pretty good, isn't he? We saw some great healing tonight, Eski.
Although I have to say, R.A.W was doing a great job with his pyrotech build there.
Yeah, and I was. I mean, you look at Seith and Cheeseburger as well. I mean, they put down big numbers for healing for WikiLeaks. It's a tough call. I do feel that from the WikiLeaks team paid. I mean, we spoke his name so many times. He really stood out in terms of leaping into the fray. But I would have to agree with you that Xavier for MVP. His team ethic, much like Cheeseburger, is from Wookie Leaks, Xavier just all over the place, exactly where he needed to be, when he needed to be there, and just keeping his team in it. So I would agree with you that Xavier gets our MVP vote, Eski.
Yep. He was just did exactly what his team needed him to do, and that's all you can ask for.
Yeah, I could not agree more. He brought it, didn't he? I mean, and even in that first game, he was out to East. He was holding East. He was just holding back. And like we said, it'd be great to see him really get involved in and to see him in action. And that's exactly what we got. So from that, I think we should call it for our first game. What do you reckon, Eski? We've got 15 minutes before we need to get into our next game. So why don't we sign off here, and we'll see you all very, very soon with Core 2 taking on Apocalypse now in our second game of Round 2 Raw Championships. This is Scorpio. Eski is with me. We will be back very, very soon.